Anxiety functions as a biological prediction engine, constantly running a single question in the background. Am I safe enough to relax right now? When your brain perceives a potential threat, it immediately prepares you for action. It increases your alertness, tightens your muscles, and narrows your focus. Reacting with urgency to fix your anxiety provides your brain with the very evidence it needs to maintain a high alert state. You are essentially confirming that a threat exists. This is why many calming techniques fail. They are often practiced with physical tension, which the nervous system interprets as a signal to stay active. Your biology responds to subtle physical shifts rather than forced intent. To reset the system, we must move away from fighting the emotion. Instead, we follow a 6-step signal alteration protocol to change the physical information your brain receives. Step 1 targets the breath. Heavily controlling an anxious inhale often creates secondary tension, which sustains the alert state. Look at the cycle on this model. We want to reshape the pattern. Stretch the exhale slightly longer than feels natural, then wait for your body to pull the next inhale back on its own. A brief pause after that inhale signals the absence of immediate danger. Limit this to 5 or 6 cycles. If the breathing begins to feel like a chore, the brain will interpret that effort as pressure. Step 2 focuses on the jaw-brain loop. A clenched jaw acts as a constant stay-ready alarm for the nervous system. You can reset this alarm mechanically. Part your teeth slightly, let your tongue rest heavily at the bottom of your mouth, soften your lips, and exhale. Reshaping the breath and unlocking the jaw removes the physical evidence of danger that keeps the system activated. Step 3 addresses visual inputs. Anxiety forces the brain into tunnel vision as it scans for immediate physical threats. Break this narrow focus by silently naming 3 objects in the room. Then look at something in the distance. And finally, acknowledge the extreme edges of your peripheral vision. Expanding your visual field demonstrates to the brain that the wider environment is currently clear of threats. Step 4 addresses external stimulation. During an anxiety spike, the common instinct is to reach for a phone or digital distraction to drown out the feeling. Instead, practice a 2-minute input fast. For 120 seconds, remove all external stimulation, including phones and active background noise. This chart shows the peak loudness phenomenon. As external noise drops, you may experience a sharp spike in internal racing thoughts. This spike represents the biological release of stored tension. Stay with the exercise through this peak. After this crest, the internal noise curve will level off and settle toward a stable baseline. By expanding your vision and pausing external input, you allow the nervous system to process the lack of stimuli as proof of safety. Step 5 utilizes your physical movement. Your brain monitors the speed and sharpness of your actions to gauge environmental urgency. Choose one mundane action, like taking a sip of water or adjusting your posture, and perform it with absolute slowness and zero tension. This creates a biological contradiction. Moving with extreme lethargy forces the brain to update its threat assessment, as an organism in true danger would never move this slowly. Step 6 involves a cognitive hard stop. When anxiety arises, we often get stuck in a loop of trying to solve or explain the feeling. Practice the name and drop technique. Label the emotion by stating, "This is anxiety," and then enforce a hard stop on any further analysis or thought about it. This hard stop creates distance. Observing the emotion without engaging it forces a psychological step backward, stripping the feeling of its immediate intensity. Combining slow movement with a halt on problem solving starves the anxiety loop of the frantic energy it needs to persist. You have now completed the biological reset sequence. Anxiety requires consistent signals of tension, urgency, and speed. Removing those signals leaves the system with nothing to sustain the alert state. Allow your brain to process this new evidence quietly. The system will update and settle at its own pace. Use the sequence as a physical intervention tool whenever you feel an anxiety spike building in the future. Your body's prediction engine updates based on actionable, biological evidence of safety. Providing that evidence allows the system to reset.